Hello, I'm Adam.
I'm Hannah.
Nice to meet you, Hannah.
You too.
So, how can I help you today?
I came to talk to you and maybe hopefully get some ideas of how I can talk to mainly my mom and some of my friends about these goals that I have.
Okay.
And I know what they are and I have them in my mind, but I'm having trouble having some conversations and, I have some anxiety about bringing that up and how to talk to the people that are close to me that that I care about what they think and how they feel.
Okay. Well, before we start or go further, I will say that it's very brave of you to come in here today and even open up to me about it.
Well, thank you.
I know that can be very difficult sometimes.
It is. It is.
It's not easy sharing these things with people, and it sounds like your situation's even more difficult. It's talking those closest to you, family and friends.
Yeah.
So, moving forward with that, I'll ask you. So, what are your goals?
Well, at some point, I would like to move to Arizona.
Okay.
My dad's family is from there. Him and my mom met there and were married there. Had me and my sister there, and lived a couple of years. My mom's family is from Southern Ohio, so she wanted to come back here, so we left that and came back here.
Okay.
I still stay connected to my family out there, and we go vacation there, and we love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I see myself wanting to be there more and more. I don't know how to talk to her about that, so I really haven't shared it with anybody.
Okay. So if you could see, so in related to your goals, if you could see yourself down the road, see your future, maybe a year from now, 5 years from now, that's what it would look like.
Yeah, being in Arizona,
Okay.
living out there by not by myself, obviously having established a friend group and being close to my family that I have there, and having some support from my friends and family.
Okay. And so you mentioned that it's a little bit difficult for you, at least in imagining it right now before you've even had the conversation. It's a little bit difficult for you to think about having these conversations with your friends and family, with those close to you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the people, I think the Southern Ohio culture, if you understand that context, which you do, because are you from here?
Yes.
So you understand that context, that people that are from here and live here are very proud of where they're from. And if you talk about the negative parts of this area, they're very defensive.
Okay.
You know that. I don't feel like I fit in. And so for somebody to hear that that's from here and loves it here and appreciates, everything about here, they get defensive, and I know that already, so it's hard for me to walk into a conversation and them not take it personally. That it's just not me hating this area. It's not a good fit for me, and I know that. So I'm constantly in this conflict of trying to be happy here, and I have my family here, and I have friends here that are very good friends. I grew up with them after we moved here. But then knowing that, to be truly happy and live the way that I want, it's not here.
And so part of that difficulty for you in having these conversations, I would imagine, especially with your mother's who's from here, and your friends, you also take into account that the culture here, or as it seems to you, since you've spent a good portion of your life here, you do not feel like that they would be receptive to probably your goals that you have right now.
Yeah, and I hear them talk about people that, kind of have moved away, and it's always a little condescending, like, they're not good enough, or things like that. And I don't want them to have that perception of me. I don't feel that way. But I do know, I know how they look at other people. And so, you know, they have judgments about people that have done that or think down on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not doing that. You know, it's part of who I am is being here. So
I'll ask you also, what have you tried so far as like communicating this to your friends and family?
nothing.
Okay, that's totally fine.
Nothing, because I'm nervous. I have the anxiety about how to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I really have just been trying to deal with it on my own, in my own mind, of like how to do that, and I haven't found the right time, or I haven't found the right place to bring it up. And
so in consideration of that, finding the right time or place, but can you identify a right person to bring it up to?
Which is what I want to do. I want to talk to people about it. I want to be able to share. There's a really good friend of mine at work.
Okay.
And she's very non-judgmental. I've heard her talk about other people, and that's kind of what gave me the idea to come talk to you.
Okay.
I would bring things up or hear her have conversations and maybe ask some questions without anybody knowing I was talking about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that I could probably talk to her, and I would like to talk to her and get her input, because I've seen her have conversations with other people, and she gives really good feedback, or she's, you know, a good listener, and she's who I would go to first, I think.
And that's fantastic.
In a friend group. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So there is at least one person that you trust enough that you could reach out to and share your true desires and goals with, and not feel any kind of judgment, or even in your case,
because she's not from here either.
Okay.
So she gets, you know, that part of appreciating this for what it is, but also, you know, having been other places, because these people, they don't get out much. So she's been other places. Yeah. So, you know, she gets it. And so I don't know why, though. I've just really kind of struggled even having that honest conversation with her. I know she wouldn't tell anybody, though, so I think.
And I was kind of going to ask that, too. So what would that look like if you had that conversation with your friend? In your mind, what would that look like?
I think she would love it, because it would give her somewhere to go visit. Arizona, she's talked about some places she's been, but I think if she knew that Arizona had such a special place to me,
yes,
she would totally be supportive. I mean, I could just see her telling me to go and, like, you know, not obviously not worry about what people think, but understand that I'm having trouble. She'd be very open and understanding.
Okay, that's fantastic. And so with that, so your goal would be, or at least here early on, would be to reach out to that friend at some point. Like, that's what you really desire to do. And eventually, after that, disclose that information to your mother and then family.
Yeah, but I feel crazy that I can't even tell my friends this stuff. I feel crazy. Like, why?
I will, you should rest assured, you should not feel crazy. I have worked with clients for years, and many of them on situations like this, and to do with anxiety.
Yeah. And that is a big part of it.
Yes.
You know.
So there is no need to feel crazy. I promise you, this is normal reactions, and especially living, you know, in the time and age that we do now, where a lot of information's out there. Yeah. You kind of want to guard your information. I get that if you feel the need to do that.
Yeah.
Or if you feel like you've had to do that.
Yeah, and it's nice to hear that, because all these conversations and ideas have truly just been going on in my mind. But, you know, I'm not. So it helps to hear that, one, I'm not alone, and you know, that there's potential for me to figure out how to navigate this. And you know, I know it comes naturally for some people to just whatever, but I'm not made that way.
It does, but you can get there.
Yeah,
you can get there.
And it's that.
Well, and it sounds like, at least so far up until now, it sounds like you've got even a basic idea, even a beginning idea of how you would like to achieve this goal.
Right.
You know, I asked you a little bit earlier, how could you see yourself, you know, down the road? What would you like to see happen in the future? And of course, it's move to Arizona, reestablish connections with family.
Right.
So it sounds like you've got a good idea of how to begin this plan to kind of get that going, in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking about communicating this with your friend and your mother and your family, what do you feel like you could do now to move that forward?
I'm not sure. Probably just, well, I think coming here was help me frame that.
Mm-hmm.
And just initiating the conversation, letting people into my, my ideas, my wonderments, instead of it being one-sided, because it definitely has been.
Well, so I will tell you, I do have a thought about that, if I may share that with you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I think, and especially in talking with you and, establishing a little bit of a rapport that we have, I think a good first step, a good way to begin, is to reach out to that friend of yours,
Sure.
the one that your closest trusted friend. And I would even suggest, if there's times that you all normally hang out, or if there's times that you're together, outside of a work setting, things like that,
Yeah.
you could get together and share this with her. Does that sound like a workable plan to you?
Yeah, we always make time at work to not work, so
Okay. Yeah.
That would work. And we hang out outside of work, and so I could have, I could bring it up then. But I guess I just needed some reassurance that, of how to do the next steps and how to deal with my anxiety about it. So.
Yeah. That's good. So you can establish a time to meet with her, kind of
Yeah.
share these thoughts with her.
Yeah. I'll do that.
That's good. That's good. So it sounds like the initial plan that you have, as far as talking with her, that's going to eventually lead to the goal. That's a good starting point.
True.
That will lead to the
True.
goal of getting to Arizona. But this is a good place to start.
Yeah, because I feel like it's been so far out. Like, the goal has been so far out that, because I didn't have a starting point, really,
Yeah.
other than in my own mind and dreaming about it. But
So we know this. We know that you want to move to Arizona and reestablish that connection with your family. But you want to do it the right way, at least, the way that you want to do it, the way that you desire. And that's have full disclosure with your mother and family, and of course your closest friend and all of your friends. You want to get that done. And that's a good starting point, is sharing that with your friend. That widens your circle a little bit. That helps build a little bit more confidence, a little bit less anxiety.
right,
Especially, the way you describe her, I feel comfortable too that, I'm sure she's on board with your dreams and plans. I'm sure she's fully supportive of that. And of course, meeting with her to start that and move forward. So, does this sound like a good course of action for you?
yeah, it does. It does, because I'm ready. I'm ready to kind of get on with it. I've been holed up at my parents' house trying to save money, and I've been doing a good job of that. But then people have, perceptions about the fact that I'm 27 and I live at home with my parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of factors that.
There is. It's a lot of weight on you.
And a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to like move out and figure out what I want to do. And I'm 27 and I have a career, but maybe I don't love that career. And my mom says some things here and there that kind of, when I feel comfortable, then kind of put me back in the place of like, maybe I'm not ready yet, or maybe,
So these stressors, it's certainly not helping. It's certainly not helping.
No, they definitely make me kind of take a couple steps back instead of feeling like I was progressing a little bit. But people can be judgy.
Yes.
So I deal with that, but
yes,
it doesn't help. They don't help. But if she knew when she was saying those things of what's going on in my mind, she probably would watch what she said a little more, that what she's saying applies to me, but she doesn't know that.
So you feel that, you genuinely feel that if your mom did know your true heart, your true desires and your goals, that she would probably be, it would not break her heart, but it would dishearten her because she's not even saying things.
Yeah,
about
because
other
she would
people.
never do anything to hurt my feelings, but it's hard for me to. I know that, but
Yeah.
then when she says stuff, I still kind of take it a little personally. Like, but she would never do that.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Well, if so, we will work towards that goal then
Yeah.
of
Sure.
telling your mom and telling your family.
Okay.
And of course, we'll start with talking with your friend first,
Yeah. Sure.
sharing your information with her. So, and then after, and there's no time frame on that, of course, no time frame with meeting with your friend. Whenever you do get a chance to meet with her, kind of process all of this with her, then you and I can meet again and we can go over it. And then we can, kind of move forward on our plan of telling possibly the rest of the friends and the family.
Sure.
So do you feel like you can make a commitment today within a reasonable amount of time to talk to your friend about this?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that because I feel like that would be my first, well, actually second, like you said, coming here was the first.
Yes.
Second would be talking to her, and that's going to help me feel a little less stuck, and that's what I want.
Feel like you can breathe a little bit
Right,
more.
yeah, I want that. That's what I want.
Good. Then we will commit to that.
Okay.
To sharing that with her, and again within a reasonable amount of time.
Sure.
Don't let it hang out there too long. But when you find the opportunity, when it's comfortable, when you have ample time to go over it and don't feel pressured, discuss that with her.
Yeah.
And then please call and schedule and meet back with me.
I will.
And we'll move forward on this.
I will.
We'll
I
reach the goal.
appreciate that.
Oh,
thank you for listening.
Well, you're most welcome. Thank you for coming in today. And again, I'll tell you, it's this is really hard to do. I can only imagine it's really hard. But I've heard from many people that it's tough to even take that initial step to come in. So you've made great strides in progress just today.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. So you can speak with your friend, contact the office, and we'll meet back together again, and we'll keep moving forward.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye.